Heard it from a friend, she was in our bed, should've known better.
Good morning. If you're thinking that my face looks a little bit red, and number one, that's rude of you. And number two, it's because I got my eyebrows done. So this morning, I thought we could do a full day of book shopping together because I haven't been on like a book shopping spree in a while. It is approaching the holiday season, so I'm not just looking for myself, I'm looking for my friends, my family who are also into books. I haven't been book shopping in a while. Doesn't mean that I haven't bought books, because I have. I've just ordered them online. But I haven't been to like physical bookstores in a long time and I really want to. So I think we're gonna go to a couple of them today. First one being a Thrift bookshop. Sometimes I get lucky and sometimes there are like good books here that are less expensive. So we're just gonna take a peek around. Of course, I'm still working on my 1,000 book challenge. So if you guys don't know, if you don't follow me on TikTok, go ahead and follow me there. I'm doing an 1,000 book challenge where I really wanna own my personal library. So 1,000 books constitutes a library. And so I am currently in the 170s, I believe. There are a lot of books that I haven't counted yet. So I really do need to update. I think I have more than 170. I'm pretty sure I'm like 180 or 190 at this point. We're gonna try to add to that. All these physical books count towards it. So I'll show you guys inside. It's really dingy, so like don't think it's gonna be cute and aesthetic in there. It's kind of like old vintage book type of vibe.
I heard you the first time, don't tell me again.
I finished at the bookstore. Sadly, I didn't find anything that I wanted. A lot of the things in there I'd already read or I already owned. I saw the entire Twilight series. This is actually the best find that I ever had from this place, was the entire Harry Potter series in hardback. I bought the whole series hardback for $14. I saw Circe by Madeline Miller. If I didn't have that, I would have bought it because it was in pretty good condition. Just like a lot of familiar things, but nothing that I like actually wanted to purchase. So we're gonna go to my brother's basketball game, and then we'll go to Barnes & Noble's, of course, and then I might stop by another place. It's like this very cute restaurant slash bookstore. So I'll take you guys along with me.
Or the other.
A little bit later, I went to my brother's game. I was getting really hangry. So had lunch. We're gonna go to the Watchung bookstore, which I think I made a TikTok about it. It's like this really cute bookstore that's like half Italian restaurant and half bookstore. I was really trying to get my mom to like buy into it. I was like, Mom, do you wanna come with me? And she was like, no, because they have street parking, and I'm sorry, but I am only a 25-year-old teenage girl. I don't know how to parallel park on the street. Not only do you have to parallel park, you have to pay for it. However, I did go there last December and they waived the parking meter because they were just like, happy holidays, just a present to everybody, like you don't have to pay. And I'm really hoping that they're nice and doing that again. So stay tuned. Plot twist, guys, I picked up my sister and now we're gonna go to Watchung Booksellers. So I just got back from the bookstore. This is my little bag, by the way, and I love it. It says Watchung Bookstores. When I was checking out, the girl was ringing me up, validated all of my book choices. I love when that happens. And we friended each other in Goodreads. I'm so happy. We read all the same books. I was obsessed. So let me go over the books that I bought. Not all of them are for me. Some of them are presents for other people. So this one is called Love and Luck by Jenna Evans Welsh. I actually did a vlog about the first book in this series, and it's called Love and Gelato. It's specifically about this girl who moved to Italy for the first time, and every book in this series is about a different country. Now, the reason that I bought this and not the first one for my friend is because my friend's obsessed with Ireland. Like, I think in another life she lived there or something, because she said that if she had to move anywhere and like her family wasn't, you know, a factor or whatever, she would move to Ireland. So this is gonna be part of her Christmas gift. It's like interconnected, but it doesn't need to be read in order. So she's gonna get this for Christmas. The rest of the books are just for me. The first one that I got was Wildfire by Hannah Grace. I wasn't too obsessed with Icebreaker. I think I talked about it a little bit in a vlog, but it was okay. I gave it 3.75 stars. Like the beginning was rough, but the ending made up for it. But I did really like the other side characters in that book. So this one is about Russ and Aurora. And look at this cover. I just think it's gorgeous. Very different aesthetic from the first one, but the cartoon cover is winning. I love it. This book, ooh, I was so happy to find this on the shelf. This is called Dance of Thieves, and I found this in like the YA section. I didn't know if it was YA or not, but basically it's supposed to be enemies to lovers. I'm super obsessed. Also, the cover is just beautiful. It says, a formidable outlaw family that claims to be the first among nations. A son destined to lead, thrust suddenly into power. 3 fierce young women of the Rattan, the Queen's premier guard. A legendary street thief leading a mission determined to prove herself a dark secret that is a threat to the entire continent. When outlaw leader meets reformed thief, a cat and mouse game of false moves ensues, bringing them intimately together in battle that may cost them their lives and their hearts. Very exciting. I think I'm really gonna like this. When I saw this on the shelf, I screamed, okay? I screamed because The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Now, this may look very unassuming, but I live in the US and for some reason I cannot order this hardback online for like, I think a couple more months. So I was saving it in my cart so that it would alert me to when it would release. And I screamed when I saw this on the shelf because like this is nowhere. Fairies / vampires, and like I'm really in my fantasy era right now, so I was so excited to find this. I scanned it on Goodreads. I was like, please tell me this is the first one. And I was so excited to find it. This one was a little bit more expensive than the rest, but honestly, really excited. I heard this was so good, and I really didn't want the Kindle version. Like it was available online, but like look how beautiful this is. I really wanted it, and it's hardback. That is my spoils from the morning. I'm gonna go to church real quick, and then I'm gonna head over to Barnes & Noble's to see what they've got going on. But I love going to that bookstore because it's so cute. My only complaint about it is that the romance section is so minuscule. It's this tiny little cupboard, and it's like, what do you have against romance? Romance is one of the best-selling genres in the world. You should make that your biggest section, or at least a bigger section. Hi guys, so it's later in the evening. I went to church, I went grocery shopping, I dropped my brother off the gym, and while he's at the gym actually doing something productive, I'm gonna spend money on books. Not even for other people, for myself, okay? We're continuing, I'm at Barnes & Noble's. And if you wanted to know what my anxiety looks like in real time, all I keep thinking about is replaying the conversation I had with that worker at the last bookshop, how she asked me what my favorite books were, like what little romance, little fluffy books I've read recently. My mind couldn't think of a single title. Nothing. Let's just brush that aside and revisit it later when I'm going to sleep. Now we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble. I really did try to hold off buying too many books because I'm really hoping that they're going to repeat their 50% off all hardbacks. That was, I think, the best sale Barnes & Noble's ever had. I've never seen Barnes & Noble's popping like that. I have made a crucial mistake last year and I went in the afternoon. If it happens within this time frame, I'm going in the morning. Like straight away, I'm going straight to Barnes & Noble's and I'm getting all the hardbacks because a lot of them are taken by the time I got there. So today I got Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I'm particularly excited about this because it is supposed to be like this Cambridge professor, like she's super academic, just the foremost expert on fairies. And I'm really excited to read this. The girl at the checkout counter told me that they just announced there'd be a sequel to this. I didn't think this was a series, but I'm excited about this. This might be an unpopular take, but I actually really don't like frayed edges. I don't know if it just bothers me texturally or the aesthetic of it I don't like. I'm just not obsessed with it, but there weren't any regular copies and I really wanted this book, so I was like, okay. I debated for a bit if I should get it just because of this was like bothering me. But you know what? I think it is supposed to be a really good book, so I was like, all right, I'll get it. I don't know what kind of mood I'm in, but when I go for hardback when there isn't a sale, I'm like, am I bawling? No. What about me says that I can afford hardcover books not my income, I'll tell you that. So, Throne of the Fallen, and this was $5 off. Freaking hate these stickers because I'm gonna have to peel it off. And I was super excited to see this in Barnes & Noble's in the fantasy section because I saw this in a TikTok at a fantastic fantasy standalone. I feel like when I hear fantasy and I'm trying to get back into my fantasy era, that most of them are series, and sometimes I just don't want to do a whole series. Most of them have series and prequels and spin-offs, and like I'm just like, oh my god, I just want one book. Like, you know, that's why I love romance books. It's like you can read a one-off and like that's it, and then you can move on to a whole new thing. And it has a really good rating, 4.22. Sinner, Villain, Wicked. Ooh, it starts with a little map. The Prince of Envy has never claimed to be a saint, but when a cryptic note arrives signaling the beginning of a deadly game, he knows it will take more than a hint of sin to win and save his falling demon court. Riddles, hexed objects, anonymous players, nothing will stand in his way, though none of his meticulous plans prepare him for her, the frustrating artist who ignites his sin like no other. Virtuous darling liar. The trouble with scoundrels and blackguards is that they haven't had a modicum of honor, a fact Miss Camilla Antonius learns after one desperate mistake allows Waverly Green's most notorious rake to blackmail her. To avoid a ruinous scandal, Camilla is forced to enter a devil's bargain with Envy, little expecting his game will awaken her truth nature. Together, Envy and Camilla must embark on a perilous journey through the underworld from glittering demon courts to the sultry vampire realm and beyond, while trying to avoid the most dangerous trap of all, falling in love. Ooh. I didn't think this was gonna have vampires in it. I'm a huge vampire girly. My pinnacle moment was me binging the entire Vampire Academy series in middle school, and I've never veered from that path. Look how beautiful this cover is. I'm obsessed. It's very, very pretty. And the online version was not pink, so I'm really excited. And this has exclusive special edition content, which is always fun. The last book I got was also hardback. Guys, I was so excited to find this book, and it is Powerless. I have heard so many good, awesome things about this book, and it was 10% off, so that's lovely. I didn't know that this was YA, but I found it in the YA fantasy section. I'm not opposed to that, I just wasn't aware. Only the extraordinary belong in the kingdom of Isla, the exceptional, the elites. The elites have possessed power for decades gifted to them by the plague, while those born ordinary are just that, banished from the kingdom of Isla and shunned from society. No one knows this better than Peyton Gray, an ordinary posing as a psychic to blend in with the elites. But when she unwittingly saves one of Isla's princes, Kai Azer, she's thrown into the Purging Trials, a brutal competition showcasing the elite's powers. If the trials and the opponents within them don't kill her, the prince she's fighting feelings for will if he discovers what Peyton is, completely ordinary. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me a lot of Lightlark. It's kind of the same premise where like this girl who's completely a plain Jane is pretending to have powers and she's working with the king. Very similar premise. I hope this is a little bit better though, because Lightlark I was kind of disappointed by. I've heard really, really great things about this. I think this has like a 4.36 rating on Goodreads. I feel like I got out of my comfort zone today. Like I feel like I've been in a very similar reading genre where like I've been reading within a series or reading within like very popular TikTok books or things like that. These are all the books that I got today. I'm really excited that you guys were able to tune in. This is my first book shopping video, so if you would like more of this type of content, let me know. Or if you've read any of these books, please let me know. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Look at her style from the street. Look at her style from the ghetto.
I totally know this isn't book related. A package. Actually, I'm really excited. I think you guys are gonna laugh when I show you this. And Cassandra, which I have warned you not to watch this vlog, you're watching it. I'm double warning you not to look at it right now. So I'm pretty sure this is the gift for the same friend that I'm giving love and luck to. Yes, she's a very curious person, a wonderful personality, and so I got her a sweatshirt that says, "My tummy hurts, but I'm being really brave about it." Is that not like the cutest thing? Come on, that's a whole aesthetic right there. Like, I'm so happy.